para sa mga individual at komunidad na kamakailan lamang ay nakaranas ng kahirapan. Ang dahilan, climate change. Lalo bang maghihirap ang mga mahihirap dahil sa climate change? Here's what you need to know. May mga malinaw na maaapektuhan ng climate change. Dahilan kung bakit lalala ang kahirapan sa bansa. Ayon sa ginagawang pag-aaral ng Climate Change Commission sa Pilipinas. Ang una, food security. Dahil ang Pilipinas ay binubuo ng mahigit 7,000 isla at dito nakadepende ang kabuhayan ng 70 milyong Pilipino, exposed sila sa climate hazards of extreme weather events tulad ng bagyo. Agrikultura rin o pagsasaka at pangingisda ang pinagmumulan ng 8.6% ng kita ng Pilipinas. Dahil sa pagbabago ng klima, 1 milyong ektarya ng grassland ang posibleng maapektuhan. Ayon sa International Rice Research Institute, maaaring bumaba ng 10% ang ani sa kada 1 degree Celsius na pagtaas ng temperatura. Katumbas nito ang 18.81 billion pesos na nawawala sa agrikultura kada taon. Apektado rin ng climate change ang workforce at employment.
Apektado ang ating ekonomiya dahil ang ating workforce, around 25% or 1/4, are fisherfolk and farmers. So, imagine na lang natin ang impact pag hindi kumikita ang ating mga magsasaka or sila'y magkakasakit or kailangan i-convert ang kanilang lupa dahil hindi na ito productive. So, it's very important that we address this.
Ayon sa United Nations, ang climate-induced heat ay pwede ring makaabala sa workforce. 1% raw ang mababawa sa working hours ng mga manggagawa sa taong 2025 dahil sa sobrang init. Halimbawa na lang noong nakaraang Abril, umabot sa 47 degrees Celsius ang init. Maraming manggagawa ang pinagbawalang magtrabaho sa pagitan ng alas 12 hanggang alas 3 ng hapon dahil sa matinding init. Hindi pa kasama dyan ang mga bagyong nararanasan gaya ng bagyong Karina. Makakaapekto rin ang climate change sa water supply ng bansa. Sa pag-aaral na ginawa ng World Research Institute, isa raw ang Pilipinas sa makararanas ng kakulangan sa tubig sa taong 2040. Hindi pa kasama dyan ang 90% ng mga Pilipino na uhaw sa malinis na tubig.
Good day everyone, I'm Janarby Patanog. I'm from 1.3 BSHM.
The title of my speech
is the impact of climate change in the Philippines. The Philippines, a number country of islands, is highly unprotected to climate change. Its geography, population density, and reliance on climate-sensitive economic activities make it an excellent example of a country with increasingly amplified climate impacts. Climate change brings more intense typhoons to more frequent sea level rise to pose social, economic as well as environmental stability, thereby calling for collective adaptation and mitigation efforts. Climate change in the Philippines is a critical issue. The impact of the country, environment, economy, the social impact. The country was ranked the 4th most impacted by climate change between 2000 and 2019, according to PUNS 2024. The increasing frequency and severity of the impact endanger the nation's natural resources and the livelihood of millions. This urgency calls for immediate adaptation and mitigation measures against climate change in the Philippines to safeguard communities and drive climate action towards a more sustainable future. According to ERIC 2024, a 2011 Pagasa report suggests a decrease in rainfall by 2020 in most parts of the country except in Luzon. As far as extreme rainfall is concerned, however, the number of days with heavy rainfall, example, greater than 200 is expected to increase with global warming by the year 2020 and 2050. According to Annex 2022, the National Framework Strategy on Climate Change emphasized the Philippines' approach on climate change. For climate change adaptation, serve as an anchor strategy in climate change. Mitigation as a function of adaptation within the framework, the country developed a National Climate Change Action Plan, NCCAP, that outlines a long-term program and strategies for climate change adaptation with the National Development Plan for 2011 to 2020. Focus on 7 thematic priority areas: food security, water sufficiency, ecosystem and environmental, stability, human security, climate smart industries and services, sustainable energy, and knowledge and capacity development. That's all. Thank you.